Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth. EA Sports College Football with a showcase high-profile interconference showdown. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the TCU Horned Frogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Should we fear the Frog this season? TCU coming out 9-4 last year, but have lost their quarterback, Josh Hoover, to the transfer portal. Sonny Dykes has signed a new contract, a new recovery and wellness center. They've got some of the best facilities in the Big 12. We'll see if they can continue some dominance after their run to the national championship a few years ago. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Horned Frogs will kick off first, and here we go. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. The Tar Heels offense will come out first. And here comes the sophomore running back. He is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss. And
makes the catch, and he's free. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
On play action. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, that's not what you wanted to have happen offensively, right? Second and inches, you're feeling pretty good about yourself. You go past, you get sacked, and now you got to come up with a big catch and throw to just stay on the field.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Edwards. Left side is Ship. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
The Tar Heels are marching down the field. Drops back on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Second and long here. Finds his man on the RPO.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind it.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Churns into the pile. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense, and you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Long way to go on second down. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Right side, it's Thurman. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
They'll run it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a man, it's Edwards. Got out of trouble and throws. Hauls it in. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Off play action. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. I can't imagine that going any better.
What a great start for this offense. Opening drive, come out, have success. You know, most offensive coordinators script their first 5 to 10 plays. It looks like that script worked pretty well.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. Hope the kicker is okay there. He's in a defenseless and vulnerable position, and you have to protect him. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Out for the first time in this one, Jordan Dwyer. This guy has every tool you could want. He is one of the better pass catchers in the game.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft, perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited to watch him live.
You know, it was amazing. The three of us were walking around the facility yesterday, and you're just seeing all the names of receivers and all the memorabilia and the jerseys and the Bolitnikoff Awards. The tradition of the position at receiver at this school throughout college football history has just been elite, and this guy is the next one. Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Sells the run, looking to pass. And a quick shuffle pass underneath. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Craig. Makes the grab. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
And the Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line, it's Dwyer.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking to throw again. Couldn't set his feet.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Quickly out to the tight end. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, 1st down.
Looking for room. It's Payne.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Craig. They're all over him. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players, and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Rushes on. Out wide right, it's Scott. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Works the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Back's got it on the screen. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now snags it, and there's running room. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Off play action on first down. Out wide left, it's Thurman. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Working the ground game. There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And I'm not surprised, right? Like, they go to him again. Last drive, he did an unbelievable job. And if I'm this defense, just keep honing in, right? Like, making sure he has to earn it. Making sure a lot of people get near him. Continue to hit this running back. Try to slow him down and cool him off.
Right back to the well. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Finding some room. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Right side, it's Thurman. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for running room. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Drops back, it's Edwards. Back open in the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Out wide right, it's Small. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Looking for space. It's Payne. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds right at the 36-yard line in the running game, making its presence felt.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they handed off to him here on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. Really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
Snags it and he's open. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Now on second down. Looking downfield, it's Craig. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, TCU! He got a step and just dusted the field.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So first down here as they go back to work. Fresh set of downs going up top. Rush right in his face. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Second and long here. Motion from the wideout. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Rid of it on the RPO. And he got it oh so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be fourth down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Punt is in the air. Making his first move. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Long way to go on second down. The run inside. It's Payne. Just smothered on the play.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Dropping back, it's Craig. Throws to the wideout. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Looks it in. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Got a little space. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun. Left side is Thurman. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Fires on the move. On target over the middle. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Oh, pressure's coming. Blasted as he lets it go. Had to force that one.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They just keep firing. Got it behind the line. It's Ship. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure. Zings it complete to the right. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
And the Tar Heels are flying down the field. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Enough to move the chains. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his...
And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get go. Hunted away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Craig. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They're working that left side. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
Great job by the quarterback bouncing back. Just got sacked the previous play. Now all of a sudden it's 2nd and long, and everybody knows you're going to be throwing it. But he comes right back. He stays in the pocket. He's staring down the field. He's not letting the rush affect him. He finds his open guy. He gets the completion. It's not a 1st down, but now you're set up 3rd and short. And this all of a sudden looking pretty good for the offense. Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Trying to do it himself. Not gonna get there, and the decision to go for it on 4th down does not work. Hand it to the back. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1, gets him out to the 5.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Using his feet. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Moving the pocket, it's Edwards. Here comes the Heat. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Great job on the safety there. And how about the D tackle just collapsing the pocket? There was nowhere for the quarterback to step up into to try to buy himself some time. That D tackle walked his man right into the lap of the QB, and he gets the safety.
After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Trying to make one miss. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. With the catch, it's small.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
And the Horned Frogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Punt is on its way. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some 1st downs together, get some good mojo going.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Quick completion to the right. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no 1st down.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Sets his feet, it's Edwards. Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Play action on 1st down. Out wide left, it's Thurman. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
The hand to the running back. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st. Look out! He's got it. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And that throw was a bullet by the quarterback on that curl route in zone coverage. And how about the anticipation? He gets rid of this pass before his receiver is even turned around. I love it.
Not many play calls a coach likes better than this. 2nd and 1 after getting 9. Caught in the backfield, it's Thurman. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Tight ends are security blankets for quarterbacks, especially in situations like that, right? You don't need a lot of yards. Just find the big fella, put it on him, get the 1st down.
And the Tar Heels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Moves the pocket. It's Edwards. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
He finds a soft spot in the middle. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. They're all over him. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Woo, deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Edwards. Misses badly on that one.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got his man on the right. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal. TCU calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UNC!
And that makes you feel so good as an offense. When you can score late in the first half in a 2-minute type situation, the extra point's going to give you the lead. Makes you feel so much better heading into halftime.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Makes the catch. It's Payne. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up 2nd and short?
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far in Fort Worth. Through 2 quarters today, we've seen these 2 passing attacks just pick apart these defenses. Short throws, intermediate throws, even a few deep completions. An aerial exhibition so far. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Amon G. Carter Stadium.
The Tar Heels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Craig. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Pulls it in down the sideline. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And that one will give him the lead.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
And the Tar Heels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Edwards. Rush is on. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Plows his way ahead. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Give to the back. Jukes his way for more. Still making moves. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The play fake, right down the middle. Between the hashes, it's small. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back. It's Craig. Stepping to the right. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Left side is small. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, 1st and goal.
The Horned Frogs line it up with a 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Pushes for the goal line. They were all over it.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Absolutely perfect. Are forced to settle for the field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
on the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside, probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Scanning the field, it's Edwards. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Nice move to keep running. There he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Tar Heels are rolling down the field. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's got it on the right. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Fires to the tight end. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And the Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Pulls it on the option. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Trying to get the corner. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. The Tar Heels will call on their punt team. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
And the Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. On the option. Now the pitch. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get them to the ground.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. To the air, it's Craig. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
The Horned Frogs will punt it away on 4th down. Not a lot of room to field this one. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. First play of this drive. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Second and long here. Keeps it on the option. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Fighting off the defender. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5?
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Punt is on its way. Trying to take it back. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Looking downfield, it's Craig. Rush right in his face. Finds a spot in the middle. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
And the Horned Frogs are threatening on 1st and goal. The snap sets up to throw. Wideout trying to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. The give. Nowhere to go.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They've converted third downs all day long, and now a chance to get a touchdown on 3rd and goal. Might as well run him again. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like it. Offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Hits inside. It's Hall. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Looking downfield, it's Edwards. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Under pressure. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Sells the run, wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Single back formation, and they give it to it. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Trying to slip through and pick it up. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in 4th down territory. It's 4th and short. It's go time. Almost.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Plowing ahead on 4th down. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that 1st down. Nice job.
Trying to establish the run. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The handoff. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The fake wants to throw. Looking left. Makes a connection. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Keeps it himself. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down.
And, man, they sneaked the option in there on 3rd and long. And I don't know, was that a misread? Like, do you get the ball to your tailback? Like, it was pretty well defended. They had the quarterback swallowed up. He got some yards, but now you're forced into a 4th down, and this might be a passing situation.
And he got it! And now it's a 1-possession game.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Keeps it. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Right side, it's Dwyer. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Quick give. It's Payne. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Out wide left, it's Small. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Back to throw, it's Craig. Turns it upfield. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too. Because of what you just said, David, they can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Hit as he throws. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Here comes the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds.
And this offense has definitely got to take a second right here and understand this is the most important play of the game. It's fourth down. We got to get the first down over the clock and the time running. They got to make sure they get a conversion here.
Fourth down, got to have it here. Here's a throw downfield late. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. He'll do it himself. And he's brought down after a short gain. North Carolina will call its second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. That is the final timeout for the Tar Heels. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. It's 3rd and 5. Hits the hole, it's Payne. Maybe a creep. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Edwards. He's got the back in the middle. Got the first down with the throw, and he'll get more after taking that shot. It'll be a roughing penalty. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. Drops back on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Thurman. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I love quarterbacks that are decisive and that put the mustard on the passes. When you need to put the ball on a line in a hurry with some extra hot sauce, you have to do it. Good job by the quarterback understanding zone and hitting that curl.
Finds his tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Fresh set of downs going up top. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.